Hey everybody, it's me, Jay, making this video today. For those that don't know, a giant iceberg the size of Delaware broke free from Antarctica just a couple days ago. It's got more mass than Lake Erie. Okay, and this is just another thing that's happening in the world that's letting us all know that global warming is a fact that's happening. And what are we going to do about it? We're going to ignore it. We're going to look at our phones and play games and talk on Facebook, or are we going to actually decide to start to do something about it? And the scary part is this is literally just the tip of the iceberg, because it's other things that is affecting us immediately, such as flooding and storms and things all around the country and around the world. And I'll get into that in a little bit in this video as well. The sad thing is that a lot of people may see this and say, oh man, that's messed up. Oh well, anyway, and then start, looking at their feeds and seeing who likes whatever they posted, or looking at what other people posted on Facebook or Twitter or things. And that's just sad. It really is. And some people will say, well, what can I do about that? Or how does that affect me? And it probably isn't much that somebody can exactly do about that, or it may not even affect us. They say that the iceberg is already floating, so the sea level may not rise from this, but they actually don't know exactly what will happen. I'm gonna roll this video for a second, and we'll get into what it means.
On the east side of the Antarctic Peninsula, finally breaking off, creating a spectacular iceberg weighing more than 1 trillion metric tons, roughly the size of
icebergs in human history.
UCLA
One of the largest in human history.
Her career studying Antarctic ice, traveling to the very peninsula where the ice shelf called Larsen C broke off. Professor Tripathi has seen 2 other big sections of the peninsula break off and dissolve. The first in 1995 and then another in 2002.
Twice in her lifetime, 95, 02, and then here we go again in 2017.
What this latest break means is something scientists aren't yet agreed on. Antarctica, the coldest place on Earth, is a continent covered in ice, and icebergs have been breaking away from ice shelves for millions of years. But at the end of the 20th century, the peninsula was one of the fastest warming places on the planet. That
fastest warming on the planet.
Slightly. Just from samples of ice. We learn that from samples of ice and samples of rock.
This geochemist says the overall trends in the Arctic point to global warming.
The fact that we've had 7 out of the 12 ice shelves on Antarctica collapse in the last few decades, and this one appears to be ready to go with the breaking off of this major iceberg, that it's hard to attribute to
anything. Scientists will track the new iceberg to see if and when it melts. And maps, they'll have to be redrawn for the ever-changing geography.
The sheet of ice about to break away from Antarctica will be one of the largest breaks ever recorded. The sheet of ice, labeled Larsen C, is currently attached to its parent shelf by 12.4 miles of ice. When it splits, the crack will produce an iceberg approximately the size of Delaware and will significantly change the landscape of the continent. One researcher told CNN the huge iceberg could destabilize the remaining sheet of ice and cause sea levels to rise.